So that was a significant amount of money. But no, that's what we think about first. That's how we lead into ministering to other folks. But it has to be a change in that. But it's not going to be a change until the agenda changes. What does the Most High want? First is to get to know him. However, Yahusha, who studied to show himself approved, ran him off with the truth. He ran Hasatan right on off. He said, no, get on out of here. It is written. He didn't stop there. He came back. No, it is written. No, I told you it is written. You can come 1,000,000 times, but I'm going to hit you with the same word. And Hasatan figured that I can't mess with this one. This one truly is who he say he is. There may be very few, if that, these days, who still love the Most High and are still involved in the religions. Some are still keepers and followers of the way, however undercover, like Nicodemus. And I only say this, family, because of who I was. I was riding the fence for a while, because the Most High was waking me up to who I was and who we are as a people. But I was still trying to compromise. Most are like I was, not wanting to go against the grain, still people pleasing, while denying the Most High Yahuwah. They are afraid of the unknown, of walking away from their church family. From their church family. Yeah, you gotta walk away. They're not realizing that Yahuwah has a whole new family in which they will actually fit in with the folks who loves Yahuwah as well, with all their hearts, like them. See, and that's why most of us don't really fit in nowhere, because we're around folks that don't love the Most High like they say they do. No, you lying. I can't be around you, because you'll try to persuade me to go do something else, or somebody else, and not the Most High. Most folks see the hypocrisy going on to the left and right of them as they peep down them old wooden pews, as well as in the pulpit. Hypocrisy is the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. It's pretense. And just like pretense sounds, you pretending. The great pretender. And pretense is an attempt to make something that is not the case appear true. However, just as with myself, time has ran out for the compromise. And compromise means to accept standards that are lower than is desirable for yourself, as well as the Most High's standards for you. And family, it came to a point and place in my life where I could no longer face myself in the mirror. I knew that I was punking out by walking away from what I knew in my hearts of hearts to be the truth. I had to act, so I opened my mouth, and soon found out that folks would let you talk because you were doing their job for them. Folks in some churches' leaderships love a talkative individual. Then they know how to preach or direct Bible study to pull the individual over to their agenda, or make them feel uncomfortable, or preach against what they believe right there in the pulpit. That's why folks be saying, I thought Pastor so sounded like he was talking to me. He was. He done heard you. He was eavesdropping. He got your best friend to tell him what you're talking about, or your husband or your wife, so they can get you in order, get you in line. And I say their agenda, which is mostly always getting the cash into the bucket and them tithes and love offering envelopes. Yeah, they love it when you're paying them tithes and offerings consistently. And then every month you're getting a love offering slipped to you. Oh boy. Them bastards love that. And I meant to say bastard because they lost their first love. They're no longer the Most High's children. And most, if not all, all the people that's called to do ministry have a Yahuwah given call on their life. But then when they sell out and say, no, I want the coin, they become bastards. They're no longer the children of the Most High. Because they sign up for Hasatan and his imps and their crew. When we are truly followers of the way, Yahushua himself, we can't be manipulated, nor will we compromise, simply because we are very well studied. What you talking about, Robert? We well studied. We studied to show ourselves approved just like he did. So anytime some old BS come, nope, it is written. Nope, it is written. It's written. Don't even try Hasatan. Also, just like Yahushua, we know and hear from our Father all day, every day, because we have taken time to know him in the secret place. Yeah, we know his voice. Can't nobody tell us different. I done spent time with him years, just like I was telling my pop the other day. I have been on the highway driving for years. Literally years. Driving. Sitting in that seat, rolling up the highway. For years. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just something I come to realize that I was actually doing. And have that experience of being on the highway probably 10 years out of my whole life. Riding up and down the highway, driving up and down the highway. And mostly in a big truck. And it's just experience. And I would love to say I spent that same time in the secret place of the Most High, hearing his voice. And I would believe I have. At least 10 solid years I spent time with him in the secret place, reading, studying, seeking his face. But what about you today? How much time have you put in to serving the Most High? Or is it just the opposite in your life? You spend all them years up in the titty bar. You spend all them years in the club. You spend all them years up in the church, being taught by your enemy. Oh boy. Our prayers are potent and avail much because we no longer pray amiss. And as the text says in James 5:16, the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So yeah, when we pray, we get our prayers answered. See, this is part of walking the way, or following the way, or following Yahushua. And they won't call no Christians back then. That was a byword. That was just like them calling us niggas today. Like, look at them Christians. No, that was a byword. And that was the byword they used to, just like today, say, them niggas. The truth shall make you free. But no, we walk the way. We are children of the way. All of this is now possible because we no longer seek to serve our own unrighteousness, carried away by our own lust for the cares of this world system. That's it in a nutshell. This is why most folks are compromised and choose to compromise themselves because of what they want, their evil desires, the lust of this world. However, we, the people of the way, have faced ourselves in the mirror and now see ourselves smiling back at the non-compromised individual facing us. Yeah, we can face that mirror nowadays and say, I'm proud of the man I have become. And I was just talking to the Most High about that last evening. Well, it was this morning, I believe, real early in the morning. I was like, and we're starting to do this. Thank you, Pop, for the reminder. This is probably the third week we've done this. Thank you, Pop. I didn't even see it that way. But